Hello, my name is Alyssa Wilsey, and today I'm going to talk with you about how to effectively teach college psychology students about experimental design using multimedia instruction. According to Mayer, cognitive theory involves three assumptions regarding using words and pictures for learning. As shown in this slide, these assumptions are dual channel, limited capacity, and active processing. Mayer explained that dual channel refers to each person's visual and auditory channels for receiving knowledge. Visuals are processed through learners' eyes and words are processed through learners' ears. The limited capacity assumption states that learners only have a limited capacity for holding both visual and auditory information. So when presented with too much, they can experience cognitive overload. Active processing refers to the process shown in this image in which learners select information, organize it, and integrate it with their prior knowledge to be stored in long-term memory. When planning to teach students how experiments are conducted, instructors should consider the information they will be relaying to students and locate or create visuals to illustrate or further describe each piece of information. Greer stated that pictures should be put into words and words should be put into pictures, according to Mayer's theory of multimedia learning. In the higher education setting, instructors of psychology and other social sciences regularly teach their students about research. Students of psychology should understand research that has been conducted in the past to develop the theories they learn about today, and should also understand how to conduct research to contribute to the field in the future. Part of learning about research is learning how to conduct an experiment. Students in beginning psychology courses are often confused by the components of an experiment. According to Hebert, concepts of experimental design are often misunderstood by college students, both at the undergraduate and the graduate level. They must become familiar with terms such as experiment, random assignment, treatment group, and control group. To simply teach these terms will be ineffective unless careful thought is put into the modalities used to teach them. As shown on the left side of this slide, terms and definitions can be written to show students what each word means. But if a visual similar to the one on the right side of this slide is included, students will gain a better understanding of what the words mean. When teaching students how to conduct a psychological experiment, instructors should provide visuals to illustrate each step of the experiment process. These visuals can be images, videos, charts, graphs, or animations. The animation shown on this slide is an example of how multimedia instruction can assist with teaching students how to conduct an experiment. This animation illustrates the steps involved with conducting an experiment and includes many of the terms students are required to learn. Students can clearly see here that participants are first identified and then randomly assigned to a group. Milestone 2 and 3 shows two groups of children, one watching aggressive television shows and the other watching non-aggressive television shows. These steps show what treatment and control groups are and how one would manipulate a variable. The next step then shows the experimenter observing the children's behaviors after viewing the television shows, then finally analyzing the data to compare the results of the two groups. After viewing this illustration, students will have a better understanding of how psychological experiments are conducted, as applying visuals to the words they have heard and read results in a deeper understanding of the information. When teaching with multimedia, instructors should adhere to a combination of the principles shown on this slide. According to Mayer, carefully crafted words and pictures can enhance the learner's understanding of an explanation. There are many ways to combine words and pictures when delivering instruction. Mayer explained these principles of multimedia learning based on the cognitive theory. The multimedia principle refers to using words in addition to pictures to deepen learning. The contiguity principle involves words and pictures being presented simultaneously. The coherence principle excludes pictures rather than including them. The modality principle refers to words presented as narration rather than as text. The signaling principle involves narration that is signaled. Finally, the personalization principle refers to words presented in conversational rather than formal style. Instructors can use any of these combinations, but should keep in mind that words should describe pictures and pictures should describe words. These sources were used to gather this information. Thank you for viewing my presentation today.